Stevenage, not quite popping up the table, but almost there.
It's a massive interview.
What's going on?
Terrible defensive play with a very defensive side. It's quite impressive to see that many defensive players conceding goals which are as sloppy as they are. And I think a lot of the problem is that we're not attacking quickly enough. We're leaving it up to them to get the second balls, and we're just not being able to deal with that.
We started off pretty brightly, you have to say that, didn't we?
Yeah, we started off nice, and we can have 10 minutes of very nice play in pretty much every one of our games. It's just there's another 80-odd minutes which we let them boss us. We don't have any urgency and make sloppy mistakes all over the place.
Oh, I'll have to ask you this. Our keeper Button, he had a bit of a fluffy one there, didn't he?
Yep, guilty of that one.
Do you think that changed the game?
I don't think any one goal should change the game. I think that's down to the other players to think, well, it's only one goal, we can keep pushing on. They scored once, they can score again. I don't think it's entirely his fault, but equally, he should have done a lot better.
So you're disappointed, man, you're disappointed. Give us, what's the vibe? Half time, Stevenage, 23rd in the league, you're not happy.
Yeah, I think we should be using Lee, bring Lee on. Button's making mistakes all too much.
So you're obviously disappointed that Button made the fluff. We can't, you know, bringing Lee on would probably be a waste of a sub now, but what's gone wrong out there? What has gone wrong with the Bees?
Not attacking, just letting them throw and goal too much. Just not happy. It's all good.
Listen, we've still got 45 minutes, mate. Can we flip this up, change it in the second half?
I think take Thiago off. He's just not doing it for me now. Bring someone else on.
Who would you bring? Okay, you are Uwe Rosler. Who would you bring on to change this game now?
Saunders.
You're going to bring on Saunders?
Yeah, Saunders.
Ball in the back of the net?
Yeah.
Definitely. So what do you predict? Score?
3-2.
3-2. We like that.
Yeah.
So, it's not good.
It's not good at the moment, no.
What's going wrong?
Things were going alright until Button done what he done. We looked okay, but...
So you're blaming it all on Button?
No, it was alright. He can't help these things, but we could have done without it. But what I would say is get a shot at Trotter. He don't look good, he don't look interested.
So let's look at this game, okay? At the moment now, for sure, he's not getting enough of the ball.
No.
I mean, the usual game. Also, Stevenage, they're looking a little bit lively, especially after that goal.
Yeah.
How are we going to turn this around? Tell me.
I think we should bring the big Moroccan on. He'd love a game like this.
So Farid, this is the Farid game.
This is a Farid game. Yeah, he'd love it. He'd get stuck in and that, and yeah.
So you are Uwe Rosler. Bring on Farid. What do you reckon?
Get a shot at Trotter and.
End of the game. What's the score?
3-2. We'll struggle with 3-2. I'll be happy with that.
We'll have some of that.
That's it. You ready?
Back to the cottage, you mug.
You're not happy about this game? No coat. Obviously not happy.
Not at all. Rubbish. No. Disgraceful.
Stevenage, 23rd in the league. Brentford didn't deliver, did they?
We dicked on them for the first 20 minutes. As soon as Button made a mistake, the heads dropped. Rubbish. They're not a team anymore. Sort it out.
So we haven't got the vibe that we had last season, is what you're trying to say?
I'm exactly saying that, Governor.
Listen, if you were the manager now, what would you do?
Well, first of all, get rid of Trotter, and then get rid of Trotter and then win more games. That's all you got to do, and he'll go up.
Simple. No coat for manager.
Yes. Vote no coat.
So there we go. Obviously very, very disappointed after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is your vibe? Tell me.
My vibe, same again there, 18-yard box, it's falling down, isn't it? We're having all the play, we're sort of lowering ourselves a bit, but to be fair, Stevenage were a lot better than I thought they would be, so...
Okay, Brentford started off pretty well?
Yeah, they were decent in the first part of the second half, I thought. Kept the ball well, like we know they can, but Tony Craig, I don't know why he was left out, it's a bit gutted with that, but he showed why he should have been included. Leader, Johnny Douglas, good to see him back, but all in all, Luke Norris, I don't know if he's ready yet for league football, but, you know, half decent.
Okay, so have a look at this. We're ahead
Yep.
Goalkeeper makes a mistake.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone.
They can happen to anyone, but all of a sudden we seem to drop our game.
Yeah, we shit ourselves. Sorry, excuse me for saying that.
That's
Yeah, we did. We panicked. Back four went to frenzy. Thought, oh, here we go. Didn't keep the lead long enough, and there you go. You know,
And
panic sets in.
We didn't look back from there, did we?
No, we didn't. I don't know.
So, I mean, you're obviously despondent. A lot of people despondent. What's your vibes now? Come on, looking forward.
Well, I'll still be coming next week. No, I don't. No, I'm not. I like seeing us play football. We're changing the way it's just a change of style. Been gradual for 2 or 3 years. I don't want to see it go back to the old ways. I want us to keep playing football, but we've got to find a cutting edge. That's all it is. A bit more passion in the last 18 yards. Not like think we've got a film star up front for the first half. Wants to go into a film instead of win a header. You know what I mean? That's trotter for me.
Next week, are we in there?
I'll still be there.
Yeah.
Oh, will we win? I don't know. I hope so.
All right, mate. So listen, Brentford away, Stevenage, nil point. What's going down?
Shocking, one word, shocking. It's the button.
After the first goal, the team lost confidence, and from then on they didn't get it back, and that was for the first 20 minutes. We were all over them, and they just don't seem to have confidence at the moment.
Do you think this is a game? I mean, obviously you thought it was a game that we should have won.
Well, that's their first home win of the season, so it kind of sums it up really. I think 1-0 up, they were completely, not looking like getting back in the game, and then you hand it to them on a plate, really, don't you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, was it the tactics? People are talking about the tactics weren't right. Were our plays not in it? What was it? What went wrong today?
When as soon as we concede, we lose confidence. So I think it's a psychological thing, and it doesn't help towards the end when
a bit desperate with the long ball,
Harley Dean up front, the other kind of sort of bizarre substitution at the end.
And
even though we improved in the second half, we didn't win a half.
So
we're putting balls into the box, and there's no one there. No one's attacking.
So how are we going to change this? I mean, you tell us, how is this going to change, or is this going to carry on for the end of the season?
It's a psychological thing. Something needs to happen internally where they decide to try and get their confidence back, and whether that's a win at home, a strong win at home or not, who knows? But I mean, that's the strategy at the moment. But it's a confidence thing. The players are talented. They can play football. We've seen them do it, and we need to do that.
He's got to come up with a system that works and stick with it. I think all the changes each week isn't helping anyone.
Maybe a couple of winners.
Just reflecting what's out there, there's a lot of unhappiness on the terraces at the moment in general.
No progress, that's the problem. We've gone backwards from last season, and with the players we brought in, we should be progressing, and there's no progress at all.
Next week?
I think the next 2 games are crucial.
Very big,
we need
couple of weeks coming
We need
up.
to win those 2 games. I think that it's not time to start getting on the team and the managers back just yet. I think we've still got to kind of give the side the opportunity to have a performance, but it's looking quite worrying at the moment.
It's going to be scrappy the next 2
Yeah.
games, I think.
Big few weeks coming up.
Not confident.
I'm always confident we'll do all right at home, but we're having a few issues at the moment, obviously, and that's going to be the how do we respond to the last few games is the question.
Twitchster, you felt there was no response. You were saying you were harping on there, saying there was no response. What's that all about?
Well, you make a mistake. Fair enough. These things happen. I would have personally thought Lee deserved his chance, but I'm not knocking Button. He made a mistake. Fair enough. But what I want to see is, after the managers had a word at half time, I expect us to come out all guns blazing. And they weren't there. For me, the formation was very central focus. There's no width on it. The only time we got width was when our strikers went out wide to create the ball, which left nothing in the middle. And when with 5 minutes to go, you've got every man behind the ball for a free kick. I'm like, have a word. Do you know what I mean? We need to be going for it. I just think, he needs to get his squad a bit more balanced, a bit more width, and just a bit of passion. At the end of the day, that's what we want to see. Win, lose or draw, you want to see us fighting to the last.
Okay, we've got to ask the question because it's been thrown around, and I'm just asking the question that people are saying. Is everyone, all the players, are they pulling for Uwe? The dressing room, is it there still? It's a question that's got to be asked. Are they pulling? Because everyone seems to be down despondent. Is it that they've just lost the passion, or is there something else that's missing? It's got to be.
I don't know if it's that serious yet, but I think when you've got the tactics on right, it's hard for the players to if they're not working, you can't just say, oh, they're not listening. It's clearly not working. You have to change your tactics. I'm not sure it's necessarily a case of a lost dressing room, but if your tactics ain't working, change them.
Yes, obviously confidence is low, the players weren't coming out. We've seen that over the last few weeks. Is this something that's going to be fixed easily? How do we turn this around? How does the manager turn it around? What is the solution?
He's got to give fire a go at some point. What's the bloke got to do to get a game? I mean, he's... Do you know what I mean? You're putting centre-backs up front in the last few minutes. Why not put your striker up front who looks, you know, give him a run. We've actually got people who can play wide, like Dallas, Saunders. Give them a shot. I mean, what's going on?
So, you've got your pint, reflective time to think. What do you think about that?
I think it's all about confidence. That was infectious what happened with the goalkeeper. That just the first 10-15 minutes they went out and his confidence, playing like a team. After that happened, if your goalkeeper loses his confidence, I think that's infectious, goes from the defence, midfield, all the way through to attack, and they just didn't seem comfortable on the ball.
So, come on, we're going to be pushing on. I don't even know where we are now, but we're looking down, we're looking downwards, we're looking towards Sheffield United. How can we start looking upwards? What do we need to do? How confident are you?
We need a proper centre, we need a leader in the team. I didn't see any leaders out there today. The only leader I saw was the centre half, and he got taken off in the centre half. There wasn't much vocal out there, no leadership. We need a proper leader out there in the centre of the park.
Next week, it's going to be a tough one. They like to give us a good kick in. What do you reckon?
And there you go again, same tactics as Stevenage. They're going to go out, and if you want to get a kick in, you'll probably lose. You need to play your football.
Farrett, what did you have to do to get a game?
Who?
Farrett.
Never heard of him.